Hello everyone. Sorry we can't be here in person. My name is Serena and today I'll be presenting our work on reconfigurable robots for scaling reef restoration. We'll be focusing on one particular method of reef restoration better known as coral reseeding. There are four major steps. We set up these floating larval pools, then during the annual coral spawning event, we collect the coral spawn and transfer it into these pools. In these pools, they transform from spawn to larvae, and when they're ready to settle, we release the larvae onto degraded reefs. It's a resource and man-hour heavy undertaking. Enter Floaty Boat. Floaty Boat is an autonomous surface vehicle that is task reconfigurable with an AI-enabled payload. Here we have Floaty Boat set up for the collection step with a net to scoop up coral spawn, for mapping with a camera and mount, and for larval release, we have a 100-liter bladder. The larval release step is hugely improved by real-time classification. Since larvae are unlikely to settle on soft coral, sand, algae, or loose rubble, we need to be able to determine that the substrate is good before releasing the larvae. In the middle, we can see that the classifier performed well on data sets from different locations. And here we have the full deployment configuration. A camera takes an image of the substrate and the onboard computer classifies it in real time, turning the pump either on or off, drawing from the larval bladder through the hose onto the reef. We deployed Floaty Boat in the field in November last year. This large patch is the Floaty Boat release site at Loomis Reef off Lizard Island on the Great Barrier Reef. The table illustrates the importance of having real-time onboard classification. On Loomis, we prevented about 53% of larvae from being released onto unsuitable substrate. These other patches are locations where the larvae was manually deployed and Floaty Boat was sent over in mapping mode to gather data for 3D reconstruction. The final element of this project is global scale. Floaty Boat has been specifically designed to be easy to transport and deploy so we can ship it around the world. To quickly summarize, Floaty Boat covered approximately 22 times more area than manual methods. We trained a highly accurate substrate classifier that was able to prevent up to 53% of larvae from being pumped onto non-suitable substrate. And we've successfully sent Floaty Boat to be field tested by non-technical colleagues. Thanks so much for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to connect.